on the phone.
Son, is that you?
I love you, Dad.
I love you, son.
Hi, I'm Cookie, and if one more person adjusts the thermostat in here without my permission, I will destroy everything they have ever loved. Got that? You telling me I came all this way for a one-player game? Come on! And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by...
Is it a dog? Just answer yes or no to the various photos based on whether or not you think it's a dog or not. Then you'll win the game. How fun is that? Very.
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and bonus cash. Okay, let's light this sucker.
Get ready, time for question 1.
Let's begin with high fructose fun syrup. Which of these food products does not contain corn syrup? Kellogg's Corn Pop cereal, Brock's candy corn, State Fair classic corn dogs, or Cracker Jack caramel-coated popcorn and peanuts? Sorry, but most frozen corn dogs have corn syrup in them too. Makes them more fattening, which is a huge selling point amongst frozen corn dog eaters. It's so obvious. The sweetness in Kellogg's Corn Pops comes merely from sugar and the love they put in. I like foods with as much corn as possible. That's why I'm pleased to announce my very own new product, Cookie Masterson's genetically modified corn-covered corn nubbins. Oh, I'm eating one now. Oh, the cream corn and corn nuts go so well together. Get some today.
Oh, Mama gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Take a good look at Fly Me to the Clune. And this Dis or Dat is hurtling through the cosmos. I'm going to read off 7 titles, and for each one you tell me if it's a scientific publication by Galileo Galilei or a George Clooney movie. If it's Galileo, press the square button. If it's Clooney, press the circle button. We good? Here we go. Solaris. Gravity. The Starry Messenger. The Assayer. From Dusk. Discourse on Floating Bodies. Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. On the Clooney scale, this would have been a Leatherheads. You know, sometimes when I look up in the night sky into the deep expanse of space, I can't help but wonder, why wasn't Monuments Men a better movie? Just one of the mysteries of the universe, I suppose.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Open wide for... You know what they say about the size of a man's frets? Considering the respective sizes of their instruments, which of these male musicians is the least likely to be accused of compensating for something? A clarinet player, a piccolo player, an oboe player, or a bassoon player? The piccolo is actually a half-sized flute and the smallest of these instruments. So the piccolo player seems the least likely to be compensating for the size of their, other instrument. And as long as I've already gone through the trouble of setting up this premise, I would just like you to know, I play a kazoo. Here's one for you. Alt-shift medicine. I've been getting into Eastern medicine lately because I hate taking lots of pills, but this is kind of weird. My specialist gave me a fortune cookie.
Cookie, fortune, cookie, Masterson.
Not that I'm complaining. I love cookies. Let's see what my fortune says. Prescription. 1 cookie AC. Now weird. It's a prescription. I'm not great with medical abbreviations though. When was I supposed to eat my cookie? First thing in the morning, before a meal, after a meal, or at bedtime? Can't do anything right, can you? Here's what you meant to pick. AC is a common medical abbreviation used on prescriptions and means before meal. Uh-oh, I already ate dinner today. That means I took this fortune cookie at the wrong time. I just hope there's no side effect. I think so far, guess it didn't make a difference after all. Do you smell burning plastic? Why not try till the closing credits do us part? If it followed the processional order of a traditional Christian wedding, what movie would probably have come out immediately after Bridesmaids, assuming the maid of honor is a bridesmaid? A raunchy comedy called Groomsmen? A gross-out comedy called Ring Bearer? A racy comedy called Father of the Bride? Or an R-rated comedy called The Bride? You're destroying the sanctity of marriage. Want to see the right answer? In a traditional Christian wedding, the bridesmaids come out, including the maid of honor, last. Then the ring bearer immediately follows, then the flower girl, then the bride. The best part of the ring bearer movie is when the ring bearer comes down the aisle and steps in a huge crap left by Melissa McCarthy. Let's say so long to round one, and hopefully you'll do even better in the next round. Keep in mind, all the prizes are doubled in round two. And keep in mind, the wrong answer of the game is still there for the taking. Let's see what's in store. May I introduce Animation Dumb-ination. Which member of the Griffin family from Family Guy most likely got a recent APGAR score? Stewie, Peter, Brian, or Meg? Oh, you're gonna kick yourself. The APGAR scale is a detailed test used to assess the overall health of newborn babies, something that Stewie Griffin, a baby, experienced the most recently. And based on the shape of his head, he should have gotten an F-. Now, APGAR scores are for humans, not dogs. But you know what is for humans? Isn't a dog the game? The newest, coolest party game from the people who brought you Which One is the Spoon and How Many Fingers Am I Holding Up? Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a whopping $8,000. Enjoy.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Here's one I like to call Keep Your Hellos to Yourself. Which one of these pop stars is giving a polite Tibetan greeting? Miley Cyrus sticking out her tongue, Justin Bieber flipping the bird, Britney Spears flashing her crotch, or Lady Gaga? How do you say, no? Next time, try this. In Tibet, some people stick out their tongue as a greeting to show you they don't have a black tongue. If they did, it would mean they are the reincarnation of a cruel 9th century king. Not that anyone would ever suspect Miley Cyrus of being the reincarnation of a cruel 9th century king. Everybody knows she's the reincarnation of Hannah Montana. Duh.
Follow me down to the sea.
It's time for Trivia and Stuff. Where might the CEO of Linens and Things go to shop for the materials needed to make all the store's linen and things? Flax plants and things? Agave seeds and things? Sheep wool and things? Or silkworms and things? Silkworms. Now, I think, and I would have to double check this, that they make silk. Now pay attention. Linen is made from the fiber of the flax plant, and things are made from other things, presumably. So this might be where the CEO goes to shop. Although he would probably make somebody else do the shopping for him. I mean, this is a guy who is too lazy to finish spelling the word and. Try this on for size. Low spirits. As some of you may know, our studio is haunted by a ghost named Dennis. Well, I'm proud to announce that today I've promoted Dennis to be a writer.
Ooh, thank you, Mr. Masterson.
It's great because not only is Dennis hilarious, I found out that I'm not legally required to pay a ghost. Which reminds me, Kyle, you're fired.
Again?
But you already fired and rehired me twice this week.
Yeah, you're fired again. So Dennis, let's get you a desk and figure out how to get you in the credits at the end of the game. How should the end credits read if Dennis the Ghost writes for our former writer, Kyle Mortensen? Written by Dennis the Ghost, written by Dennis the Ghost and Kyle Mortensen, written by Kyle Mortensen, or written by Anonymous. A ghostwriter is employed to write for someone but does it under their employer's name. So get ready for a lot more questions about rattling chains and moaning and unfinished business, trapping oneself in this mortal realm, blah blah blah.
Ooh, I also have some ideas for questions about Breaking Bad. Ooh.
No good. Up next, flash 'em if you got 'em. What would you expect to see in a spring break video called Girls Gone Call of the Wild? Girls exposing themselves as they harpoon a whale, girls lifting their shirts as they fight in the Spanish Revolution, girls flashing their breasts as they pan for Klondike Gold, or... I think you know it's coming. Ready for this? The novel Call of the Wild follows a sled dog and his owners during the Klondike Gold Rush. But there is no nudity in the actual book Call of the Wild unless you count the doodles I made in the margins. Welcome to the attack. I'm sorry, was I talking too much? Fine, here's your clue. Don't forget my advice. When it comes to do's and don'ts, let's focus on the don'ts. There it is! One piece of advice I never take is don't dip your pen in the company ink, if you know what I mean. And if you don't, the pen is your penis and the company ink is this jar of company ink. Hey, look, I can write my name!
You don't know Jack!
Don't say pajamas is the new game show.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and if you don't believe in mermaids, then what is this right here? Huh? I'm glad it's just you and me. I'm feeling a little needy. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
The 24-hour Wicker Store. Because there's no telling when you'll need a wicker fix.
Sniff out our sponsor's wrong answer of the game and you'll end up with a great prize and serious cash. So let's make this happen.
Get ready, time for question 1.
Right off the top, let's talk about sext. Which of these sext messages would a sexting sexton be most likely to send to his significant other? This church graveyard is making me so horny right now. I'm wearing my construction hat and nothing else. My penis is starting to look like a skyscraper I once designed. Or, get ready, I'm sending you a pic of my junk yard. Watch your... What? No. Correct answer, show yourself. A sexton is a church official responsible for maintaining the church property and performing related duties, such as digging graves. Yeah, and I bet he likes to do it in the rectory.
Oh, mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Say hello to... Sure, the Vice Lords are dangerous, but can they dance? And you just wandered into dis or dat territory. I'm gonna read off 7 names, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's a gang listed on the FBI's National Gang Threat Assessment, or a boy band. If it's a gang, press the square button. If it's a boy band, press the circle button. Okay, let's move. Backstreet Boys, 10 Mile Boys, B-Boys, Pop It Off Boys, Boyzone, Hot Boys, Star Boys. Not bad, not good enough to be a member of Pop It Off Boys, but not bad. I'm sick of boy bands getting all the attention over girl groups. I mean, what's NSYNC got that One Direction doesn't? Those girls are talented and attractive.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Take a stab at just trolling. Why were the 3 billy goats gruff so gruff? It's not easy being a baby goat. It's not easy being a lady goat. It's not easy being a boy goat. Or it's not easy being a castrated goat. A billy goat is a male goat. It's not easy, especially since goats don't wear pants and everyone can see your billy goat stuff. Let's try over easy in 60 seconds. So recently, I've switched over to only eating cage-free eggs. I was just feeling so guilty about eating eggs from an animal that wasn't allowed the simple luxury of moving around a few inches in a hot, crowded barn all day. In fact, I've been thinking I should extend my cage-free policy to other things in my life, like movies. So tell me, if I only wanted to consume Nicolas Cage-free movies, what film would it be okay for me to watch? Adaptation, Kick-Ass, The Expendables 2, or The Wicker Man? Were you thinking of this one? Nick Cage was an adaptation, Kick-Ass, and The Wicker Man, but The Expendables 2 is Nicolas Cage-free, making it fine for me to watch. I know going Nicolas Cage-free is the moral thing to do, but I'm gonna have to find some way to supplement my life with all the random screaming I'm missing. No, not the Wicker Man! But you can be a Wicker Man or lady with a pair of wicker socks from the 24-hour Wicker store. A tisket, a tasket, your feet will feel like they're in a basket. This wrong answer of the game got you $4,000. Nice job. Next, Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Seen on the cover of the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album. Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? That's just nuts. Here's what a right answer looks like. While many celebrities and world leaders grace the cover of the iconic album cover, Einstein can barely be seen over John's right shoulder. Although, to be fair, if you squint, Ringo sort of looks like a kangaroo. We've finished round 1, and you're doing pretty well, probably because there's no competition. Don't forget, all the questions in round 2 are worth double. Let's get back to the action. And on its way, Buzzkill feed. What would be included in a BuzzFeed article, 12 people who are totally named Buzz? A gif of the first person to walk on the moon, a gif of the second person to walk on the moon, a gif of the third person to walk on the moon, or a gif of the last person to walk on the moon? Buzz Aldrin was the second person to walk on the moon after Neil Armstrong. You also might find him in the BuzzFeed article, 15 people who wanted to murder Neil Armstrong.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
I call this one, When You Wish Upon a Dead Shriveled Hand. Suppose instead of wishing on a star, Geppetto made a wish using the monkey's paw from the famous short story. What might happen to Pinocchio? He'd come to life for 24 hours, then revert back to a puppet. He'd come to life, then Geppetto would get 6 more wishes. In the short story The Monkey's Paw, a couple is given a magical monkey's paw that grants wishes, but every wish comes at a terrible price. That's why I never trust monkeys with wishes. If I ever hire a monkey, it's to dress up in a tuxedo, play the cymbals, and eat bugs out of my hair. That's it.
Follow me down to the sea.
This one's known as, Let's Get Ready to Crumble.
Cookie fortune sweat. Cookie master sweat.
Okay, for this next question. Oh, great, the lights went out. We could be here for a while. Luckily, I always keep a flashlight, bottled water, and a giant bag of fortune cookies. Okay, let's see what she says. It's better to have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy. Yeah, obviously. But for which of these characters is this advice too late? A Clockwork Orange's Alex, The Catcher in the Rye's Holden, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest's McMurphy, or A Streetcar Named Desire's Blanche? I always rely on the stupidity of strangers. It was begging to be picked. At the end of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, McMurphy is lobotomized before being mercifully suffocated by the chief. Spoiler alert for a 1975 movie.
Okay, Cookie, the power is back on. Cookie? Cookie, I'm right behind you, Bob. Cookie, don't try to suffocate me with a pillow again. You're lost.
Coming up, Wile E. Conspiracy. Suppose Wile E. Coyote is chasing Roadrunner around the Texas School Book Depository building. If he falls out the window from where Lee Harvey Oswald allegedly shot John F. Kennedy, what will you hear? 3 floors worth of a falling sound, then a thunk. 4 floors worth of a falling sound, then a crash. 5 floors worth of a falling sound, then a thud. Or 6 floors worth of a falling sound, then a kerplunk. Where's that confounded right answer? The totally accurate and untainted Warren Report claimed that Lee Harvey Oswald shot Kennedy from the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository building. Of course, witnesses claim they saw a completely different coyote fall off the grassy knoll down the street, and the Warren Report still stands by the ridiculous single anvil theory. Coming up next, cinephile dysfunction. Let's say some old guy pops a Viagra and then sits down to watch an insanely long porno. According to the official Viagra website, at what point should he immediately call a doctor if he still has an erection? The 2-hour mark of dong with the wind? The official Viagra website states that if you have an erection that lasts over 4 hours, you should call a doctor immediately. Hey, it's clear that the old guy from the question isn't me, right? It's some other person. Yeah, it's just totally not me. And that's why it's funny, because it's a completely different person who doesn't resemble me at all. That's good writing. Step right up. Of course, who wants to hear my yapping? Oh, I'm still doing it. Sorry, here you go. Oh, hey, did I ever mention I killed my own brother? Sometimes brothers just don't get along. Good luck. That's all she wrote! Wow, even in fictional stories that makes me sad. I can't imagine ever killing a family member again. I mean, for the first time, because I've never done that before. I have to go.
You don't know Jack!
My name is Jaden Funk, and I want to teach you slam poetry. But talk is cheap, right? Cheap like a toy made in China by kids in sweatshops working 9 to 5 like Dolly Parton. The interruption. But North Korea just dropped a nuclear bomb on us, just like I dropped a bomb. Mom and Dad, I'm not running the family business. Mom and Dad, I want to be a slam poet artist. To be happy like a megastore smiley face, you have to wear a matching vest just like everybody else. Ding dong, ding dong. Welcome to heaven. The most powerful words to any true-blooded American. So talk isn't cheap, but my class is. $50 for the 8-week session at the Rosewood Adult Learning Center. Hope to see you there.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and I'm here to tell you that the book is never better than the movie. All books are terrible. Nobody wanted to play with you, huh? It's like grammar school all over again. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by...
Indoor sunglasses. Why wear normal outdoor sunglasses when you're trying to look cool indoors? Why, it's two totally different things.
If you happen to find our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, you'll be rewarded with big prizes and cash. Okay, let's begin.
Get ready, time for question.
Let's start with... Waiter, there's a fly in my ascending colon. Say a coroner were to perform an autopsy on the dead body of the old lady from the children's song, There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly. What disgusting thing would he probably not find after cutting her stomach open? Partially digested spider bits, chewed up dog chunks, saliva-covered pig parts, or horse remains? In the poem, the old lady swallows a spider, a dog, and a horse. Also a bird, a cat, a goat, and a cow. And then she dies. But she never swallows a pig. Because after all, she is still a lady.
Oh, Mama gonna tell you what I'm gonna do.
How about, it's all fun and games till someone loses a tooth, and it's a this or that. I'm gonna read off 7 names, and for each one, tell me if it's a Rubik's Cube spin-off toy, you know, like Rubik's Tower, a Colgate toothbrush, or both. If it's a Rubik's toy, press the square button. If it's a Colgate toothbrush, press the circle button. And if you think it's both, press X. Alright, let's get started. Twist! Snake! 360! Evolution! Wave! Void! Wisp! Not bad. Unfortunately, I'm all out of sugar-free lollipops, and the sugar ones are mine. The Rubik's Cube actually gave me a great solution for all my unfortunate dental problems. White stickers over my teeth.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
And now, music to get lucky to. Why do those 2 guys in the band Daft Punk wear those giant helmets? To hide their weird Canadian faces? To hide their weird French faces? To hide their weird German faces? Or to hide their weird Irish faces? This is gonna hurt. Why didn't you pick this? Thomas Bangalter and Guy Mama de Who French stuff blah 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 of Daft Punk are French. And I haven't actually seen their faces, but they must be weird, right? Anyone whose face you never see, gotta have a super weird face. And I should know. Here we have Area 151. Suppose U.S. government scientists got confused during the Manhattan Project and instead of an atomic bomb, developed a giant Manhattan. What might the newspaper headlines have read when the weapon was being tested in Nevada? Nevada soaked in vodka. Nevada covered in whiskey. Nevada doused with sake. Or Nevada drenched in gin. Interesting choice. Watch how easy this is. A Manhattan is a drink made with whiskey, vermouth, bitters, and a cherry. I say make drinks, not war. Although another couple drinks and I may want to fight someone. 5 fingers! This one's called 15-year-old spoiler alert. What part of the film The Sixth Sense is its denouement? When you find out he was dead the whole time? When he's shot hinting he'd be dead the whole time? The credits after you learn he was dead the whole time? Or it didn't have one, but he was dead the whole time? The denouement of a story is when the various plot threads are drawn together and explained or resolved, like the reveal at the end of The Sixth Sense, when you learn that Bruce Willis was dead the whole time. And if you get to this game's denouement, you'll find out I've been dead this whole time. Right, Bob?
Did anyone hear a noise from the sound booth? The old abandoned one that hasn't been used since the 90s? Nobody? Huh. Must have just been my imagination.
Round 1 is in the books, and your score is pretty much just fairly okay. Remember, I'm doubling the value of each question in round 2. And remember, big cash prizes can be yours if you find the wrong answer of the game. Okay then, here we go. Pucker up for, you don't know Jackman. Say Hugh Jackman wanted to increase his value as an actor by altering his hue. In color terms, what would increase his value the most? Lightening the hue of his skin, darkening the hue of his hair, intensifying the hue of his eyes? Here's where the money is. Value is defined as the relative lightness or darkness of a color or hue. The more light the color, the higher the value. But I don't think Hugh Jackman should lighten his skin. I mean, I like him a lot, but that dude is already one of the whitest people in the world. Enough is enough. There's only one shade to this answer, the wrong shade. Which is great for you because you've just won this pair of indoor sunglasses from Indoor Sunglasses. Indoor sunglasses are not for outdoor use. If worn outside for periods longer than 3 minutes, sunglasses may melt in the sun and fuse to your eyes permanently. Do not use indoor sunglasses if you have a history of epilepsy or are pregnant or nursing. Please consult with your doctor to find out if indoor sunglasses are right for you. Today's wrong answer of the game brings you an extra $8,000. Surprise.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Try this on for size. Buying donuts at Whole Foods. And your money hole will get an extra $1,000 for a right answer.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
Put these things in order of fewest to most holes. The Masters Tournament, a recorder, Clyde Barrow's corpse. Recorder, the Masters, Clyde Barrow, recorder, the Masters, recorder, Clyde... The correct answer is... A recorder has 7 holes, Clyde Barrow of Bonnie and Clyde officially had 17 bullet holes, and the Masters Tournament, the entire golf tournament, has 72 holes. I've actually been shot 17 times myself, yet I still keep going back to Florida.
Follow me down to the sea.
This one's known as Symbol Simon. Which of these famous emblems resembles a letter in the Norwegian alphabet? The Batman symbol, the Apple logo, the Ghostbusters symbol, or the Chevrolet symbol? Allow me. The Ghostbusters symbol has a ghost peeking through a circle with a line through it, which is called an O/ in the Norwegian alphabet. There's even an O/ in the Norwegian word for ghost. The people of Norway are truly ikke redd for noen spøkelser. Here's one for you. The angle of my dangle. So, for this next question, you're going to need a protractor, a slice of pimento loaf, and...
Oh, pardon me, ma'am.
Old man? Why don't you look where you're going? What the hell are you doing here?
Oh, sorry, Corky. I was just lost in thought. There's this thing I just can't remember. It's on the tip of my...
Tongue?
No, thanks. I just ate.
What's that thing? Who's that fella? Where's that scroody-up-doodly-doo? It's Foggy Facts with Old Man.
Scroody-up-doo? I forget.
All right, old man, let's see if we can help. Who is it that you can't remember?
Not who, son. What? See, I can picture it, but it's kinda cloudy. You know, like my dead eye. Let's see. It was a show on the TV. I think it was about some police people. And there was a pretty blonde gal in it. And the sergeant fella used to be in outer space. What was that show?
Is it Hill Street Blues, NYPD Blue, TJ Hooker, or Adam 12? Was it NYPD Blue, old man?
Nope. Don't think it was.
Okay. Let me show you something. Was it TJ Hooker, old man?
Yes! Oh boy, that was it! Yep, my favorite show, TJ Hooker, starring William Shatner.
That's Shatner, old man. Shatner.
Oh, I'm sorry, Corky. Can you smell it?
Smell what? What do you...
Gotta go change my nappy. See you later!
I call this one, a woman needs a man like a catfish needs a bicycle. Who gets catfished in the French play Cyrano de Bergerac? Cyrano, Babette, Christian, or Roxanne? Sorry, no takebacks. This would have worked. Catfishing is wooing someone, usually over the internet, with a false identity. In Cyrano de Bergerac, giant-nosed Cyrano uses his words but Christian's handsome face to woo the unsuspecting Roxanne. It's a great play. I want to watch it with my internet girlfriend Claudia, but she still can't afford to visit me. I guess I'll have to send her more money. Brace yourself for the... Okay, if that's how you want it, here's the clue. You only live forever once. What made these people immortal? Good luck. There you have it! The only true form of immortality we can hope to achieve in this life is being remembered fondly by our surviving friends and relatives after we're gone. There's no joke, I'm just making a statement. You know, think about it.
You don't know Jack!
Hi, I'm John Taylor, and starting today, get a free suit at John Taylor's Suit Emporium.
Wow, how do I get a free suit?
Just buy 2 suits and get a free suit upon purchase of your 3rd suit.
So I buy 3 suits and I get 1 free?
Yes, purchase that 3rd suit, and one of your previously purchased suits becomes free.
So I buy 2 suits, purchase 1 more suit, and then my first suit is free?
No, the 3rd suit is free, and the first 2 suits are full price, but buy 1 more suit and it's free.
But I'm paying for 3 suits.
And come in between 2 and 4 and get 50% off a 4th suit once you purchase your 5th and 7th suits, 2 of which are free.
So I buy 7 suits?
No, you pay for the 1st, 2nd, 5th, and 7th suits.
And the 4th is half off?
Only after the 6th suit, which can't be the same as the 1st or 3rd, and must be of equal or lesser value to your 9th suit.
So I come in at $245, buy 2 suits, and get a 3rd free after taking half off a 4th. Once I've selected a 5th and 6th, which can't match my 1st and 3rd, none of which can be more than my 9th suit?
Exactly. That's why we call it the purchase 2 plus a 4th half off, 5th, 7th, select a 6th, that's a 3rd less than the 9th free suit extravaganza. Start saving today!
Hi, I'm Cookie, and I just can't get this nude Steve Buscemi sculpture right. Is you and me? That's how I like it. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by...
The devil! Sure, God and heaven sound great and everything, but have you fully considered hell? Or are you just going by what you've heard?
Try to choose the wrong answer, brought to you by our sponsor, to get prizes and cash. All right, let's move.
Get ready, time for question.
Okay, to get things started, I could stare at Steve Buscemi's face all day. Which potential Boardwalk Empire spin-off does not also include the name of a Monopoly property? Park Place Empire, New York Avenue Empire, St. John's Place Empire, or Kentucky Avenue Empire? Well, let's pull a chance card. It says you're an idiot. Smart people choose this. There is a St. James and a St. Charles Place in Monopoly, but no St. John's Place. One thing I enjoy about Boardwalk Empire is all the gratuitous flashing of community chests.
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
How about NSA OK? Ah, crap. The NSA is collecting information off my computer again. I hope they don't snag my Visa card info, because that's the card I use to buy all my embarrassing stuff. Okay. Which of these is my Visa card? 3000 blah 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 8450, 4000 blah 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 9010, 5000 blah 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 0666, or 6000 blah 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 0336. Oh, honestly. All Visa account numbers begin with the number 4. Similarly, all MasterCards begin with the number 5, and Discover cards start with, I don't know. Hey, anybody know what number Discover cards start with? Anybody? Guess not. That 666 should have been a tip-off that this answer was the wrong choice. But someone out there really likes it when you make wrong choices, and that's why you've won this gift basket from hell, personally prepared for you by our sponsor, The Devil. Go ahead and keep up your habit of consistently doing the wrong thing. You'll be happy to know this wrong answer of the game comes with $4,000. Congrats.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Up next. How long has that been in your mouth? And it's a dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 names, and for each, I want you to tell me if it's a popular brand of gum or an adult cable network. If it's gum, press the square button. If it's an adult channel, press the circle button. Cool, let's do it. Hubba Bubba, Brazzers, Spice, Quench, Fresh, Juicy, Big Red. This failure is going to stay in your stomach for 7 years. I don't watch much adult entertainment, but I love gum, and I know that in general it's not a good idea to swallow. Sorry, that joke left a bad taste in my mouth. And on its way, Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus. Often misidentified by Sylvester the Cat. Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus. Numerous Sylvester cartoons feature a young kangaroo character named Hippity Hopper, who Sylvester believes to be a giant mouse. So many unanswered questions in Sylvester's life. Is that a giant mouse or a kangaroo? Is Tweety a boy or a girl? Why do I sound pretty much exactly like Daffy Duck?
5 fingers.
And now, his jokes Fallon deaf ears. What might it sound like if Jimmy Fallon's nightly monologue suddenly turned into a soliloquy? Here's a question. What's up with Congress? But seriously, Roots, what's up with Congress? Higgins, are you digging these jokes about Congress? Or, a soliloquy is when an actor expresses his thoughts and feelings towards himself as though no one else is present. But Jimmy Fallon could never really pull off a soliloquy because he knows Jay Leno is just steps away hiding in the curtain. Round 1 is complete, and you're in pretty good shape for now. Remember, in round 2, every question is worth double. It's time. This one's called, I Really Want to Be Able to Judge a Book by Its Cover. Considering what happens to Harry Morgan, what would be the more descriptive title for Ernest Hemingway's To Have and Have Not? To have and have not legs, to have and have not an arm, to have and have not a face, or to have and have not testicles. Harry Morgan loses an arm in To Have and Have Not. Which is why this should have been the book Hemingway titled A Farewell to Arms. You know, just a real missed opportunity.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Take a stab at Silence is Molden. Not that I've missed him, but I haven't seen my ventriloquist dummy Billy O'Brien around very much lately. Seems like he's been busy with something. Usually when I mention him or not, he just shows up. Maybe if I play his song.
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me. Did somebody call? Billy, what's new? I see you've got some kind of paper with you there.
It's not just any tater, it's Nida Clona from Dunny College.
Oh, I didn't know you were going to college.
Not anymore, I graduated this morning.
With honors?
No. If not Dunny College awarded me highest honors, what would be written on my diploma? Summa cum laude, magna cum laude, maxima cum laude, or just cum laude? I give this answer a D-.
No, I'll get this. Yep, summa cum laude is the highest academic honor a student can receive upon graduation. Well, sorry you didn't do better in dummy college, Billy, but I'm still proud you graduated. By the way, what's the name of this dummy college you went to anyway?
The University of Florida.
Follow me down to the sea.
Here we have Adorable. Which Dora the Explorer character would Doc not have the power to talk to? Dora, Boots, Swiper, or Map? Dr. Dolittle could talk to the animals like Boots the monkey and Swiper the fox, and obviously to people too, but he did not have the power to talk to magical maps. You know, why is talking to animals so impressive? I think the real magical power is listening. Let's try. You're beta testing my patience. Which video game would testers probably find a giant bug in? Sartre the game, Tolstoy the game, Camus the game, or Kafka the game? Want to see the answer? Franz Kafka wrote The Metamorphosis, the story of how Gregor Samsa transformed into a giant bug. That's one bug the developer should probably not remove. Otherwise, it'll just be a game about a guy who wakes up as a human and, goes to work or something. And I played enough of The Sims. Coming up next, Gambling Edition. What super cool thing should I say while betting on a 7 in roulette? Always bet on black. Always bet on red. Always bet on black in America, but bet on red in Europe. Or always bet on green. Something that complicated does not sound cool. Here's what you meant to pick. The number 7 in roulette is always red. And the super cool thing I always say whenever I make any kind of roulette bet is, please, 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 I can't lose this. Why did I make this bet? I can't afford to lose this money. Somebody help me. Step right up to the Jack Attack. Ah, I see you don't need me for anything. It's all yours. Make my hair look like a pig's ass. Who's rocking the pigtails? Good luck. That's the game! I never understood why they're called pigtails. It's not like pigs have two tails on either side of their butts. To be more scientifically accurate, they should be called an octopus on your head with 6 legs ripped off.
You don't know Jack!
Hey, Jerry, doing a little yard work?
Oh, yeah. Just got some new garden gnomes.
New garden? Oh, my. Look at the size of that garden gnome's.
Oh, I see you noticed my gnome's giant package. I should have mentioned, these aren't regular garden gnomes. They're well-endowed garden gnomes from Gnome My. I bought the whole set. There's Python Petey, Busty Barbara, and my personal favorite, Giant Balls McGillicuddy. So, what do you think, Raj?
I can't look away.
Hey, boys, what you talking about?
Sarah, don't come over here.
Hey, Daddy. Ooh, look, garden gnome.
Kids, get in the house.
Gnome My well-endowed garden gnomes. From the people who brought you lawn globes with